the stock market, the equities, debt, which have a significant economic value in the economy. These virtual digital assets are more in the nature of speculative assets. They do not serve the economy in a sense as much as the stocks and debt do. So we wanted to tax it at the highest marginal rate of tax that is applicable in the country, which is 30% with the applicable surcharge. So the whole idea was not to encourage it in the sense that we encourage debt and equity, but to tax it at the highest tax slab. That is the view and the economic value of the asset that is being dealt with.
And does that pave the way for more taxes as far as the sector is concerned? A securities transaction tax, perhaps?
No, the securities transaction tax is a little complex issue because these are not exchanges and we don't have a regulator at the moment. At this point of time, what we have stated in the bill is that 30% marginal rate of tax and the applicable surcharges and the cesses would definitely apply on this 30%. And there will be no set off of this loss with any other income. And there'll also not be any carry forward of loss. And in case there's a gift of this particular asset to somebody else at zero value or at a lower value, then that gift tax will also kick in the process.
You spoke about cess and, of course, the surcharge that takes up the tax incidence on crypto transactions to almost 40% plus. I know that you said that the objective over here is just simply taxation, but wouldn't this curtail the growth that we are seeing in the sector in India?
Look, as I mentioned to you, today the HNIs are taxed at 42%, which a lot of them have told me in this after the budget interactions that this is too high, and I quite appreciate their viewpoint. So as I told you, for the kind of asset that the cryptos are, we didn't want to tax it at a rate lower than what is the maximum marginal rate of tax. So 30% is the tax, but 42% will be paid by somebody whose incomes are more than 2 crores or thereabout. Otherwise, the kind of people who have entered this market have very small income. So for them, it will remain at 30% with some surcharges of cess, of health and education. So it will not reach 42%. It might curtail, I would say, I have been the readings in the newspapers are very interesting. On the first day, people are saying what you were saying, that they're very happy with this taxation because they get a feeling that government is looking at allowing this particular product. But today, when I read the newspapers, I find that they have now started saying the tax rate is too high. So maybe the goalpost for them is also changing. Once they have made a mention of that, now they want to bargain on the taxes. But let me say this, we are going to stick to this tax.